What's up, guys? Welcome back to Day Trade Indy. Today we are going to do a little bit, talk briefly on a short topic. So for you new traders out there, it is much, much easier to just take advice from somebody who's caused themselves a ton of pain as opposed to sticking the quarter in the light socket yourself. Now, I know that you're not going to listen to me, so this is going to be primarily for entertainment because I watched a million videos when I first started, didn't listen to any of them. Chase, broke every rule, did everything wrong, cost myself a bunch of money. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing they did for me and try to make it at least a little bit more entertaining than showing you a screen for what not to do and give you some real life examples of why these things actually matter. So we're going to start off today with rule number 1. And this is going to be the hardest rule. You're not going to do it. You're going to be bad at it. You've already screwed up.
Makes all the difference in the world.
But you cannot, under any circumstances, chase. You can't chase.
And what's that mean, Kyle?
It means, okay, so humans, for whatever reason, have this irrational thinking. It's like your lizard brain. When a stock is going up, you don't think it's ever going to come back down.
You're right.
And when a stock is going down, you don't ever think it's going to go back up. So when it's crashing, like today, and this I have not, I'm getting better, but I am still suck at this. When it's crashing, you should be buying.
Absolutely. When there's blood in the streets, Warren Buffett said,
Yep.
It's time to buy.
So when it's crashing, you're thinking, oh my God, I'm losing all my money. We can't go backwards. This is ruining all my profits. This sucks. It'll never come back. The world's ending. I suck at this.
Yep.
It's absolutely not it's completely out of your control. You have no idea what's going on. You don't have any previous experience to fall back on to understand that it is going to come back up.
But you also know that you've got to cut your losses at a particular time.
You do have to cut so here's the thing.
So just don't hold on to it forever because you can't chase.
If you sell fast, you'll get better at that later. You'll start to see how charts work and you'll start to learn your technicals and you'll see things bounce and it'll start to make more sense and you'll gain more confidence in your own trading style and you'll start to be able to take a deep breath even when it's declining. It won't be as scary.
You know what's like freaky for me? Is I sit there and I don't chase, and sometimes I lose it, right? Gets out of range. But other times it starts coming down, and you know what happens? Then I'm like waiting for it to hit the bottom.
Yeah.
And we have all the support lines and everything,
Yep.
but it goes lower than what you think. And now I'm like, how low can it go? So then you're not chasing, but you don't really know when to pull the trigger to get back in.
Now, we'll stay on topic. So, if you sell too fast, you'll be fine. Protect your cash, right? Protect your bank account. Protect if your money goes away, you don't have a vehicle to continue tomorrow.
And
right?
what's that one saying that we were talking about is never be embarrassed of a win.
Yeah, never be embarrassed of a
Never.
win, right? But on the inverse, it is so detrimental and so damaging to your account, your mentality, your psyche, your personal health. If it looks like it's going to run forever, it's not.
Right.
And for whatever reason, the investment gods know when you buy.
You're right.
And the second you click, and you got to buy the ask, right? Because it's soaring. You can't get in on the bid. You'll never get filled. So it's a market order.
Right.
So you're already so if the spread's a penny or 2 pennies and you buy 2,000 shares, you're already starting at a $20 to $40 loss. So now now you got to go up 2 cents just to get even. It doesn't. It comes crashing back down.
Right.
Seemingly every single time you do it. And now here's the other thing. You also get caught in no man's land. So I have gotten really good at predicting when the predicting that a move will happen.
Right.
Once the move begins, I have no friggin' idea how to tell how long it's going to go,
Right.
except for volume.
Yep.
That is all I can't. I don't know if it's going to go. I don't know. I just try to set rules for myself.
And you know it's going to go. It's going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I know that I'm looking for a catalyst. I know that it's going to move. We'll do a video on catalysts and how to kind of find those so that you can feel comfortable in with what you're holding. But new traders are going to inevitably do a couple of things that are going to screw their whole life up. They're going to have too much noise. They're
Right.
going to be looking at some Twitter account, probably 50, and once they find one good one, they're going to want to find them all.
Right.
They're going to find Discord rooms. They're going to wonder what news outlet they can look at. And then when they see the guy on Twitter talk about news that didn't come across your wire, you're going to want to go find whatever wire he's looking at so you don't miss anything.
Right.
And you're going to have 50 charts up. And you're going to want to try to catch. It's like Pokemon. You want to catch them all. You can't catch them all. So here's what happens. You're focused on this group of stocks, right? You think you're in a sector. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Some Twitter guy said, follow the ABCD, XYG. It doesn't matter. So you're staring at that. Then you get another alert that says there's a breakout for today, Nokia, right? Like we had all these crazy stocks today that went nuts. So now the move's already happened. It's up 50%, 20%. You have no clue why.
Yep.
And now you're like, oh, I got to get in on this because I got fear of missing out. It's never going to come back down. Now you buy in between like support and resistance. You have absolutely no game plan on what to do from there. Yeah. Now you're the idiot. No offense to anybody watching this. Now you're the idiot asking the guy on Twitter when you should sell. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is horrific. That is a horrific way to manage your own money because that guy has 20,000 followers and he already front-loaded it. Front-loading just means he's already got in and got out.
Yeah.
Then he told your dumbass to buy it. You're buying it at the top. He's been selling it all the way at the top. And then he tells you that we're all in it together and sends out some, it's just memes and GIFs and it's all fun and that's fine. But that dude's making money off of telling you when to buy.
I mean, it's a huge part about when you're setting up what you're looking at so that you're not going in. I mean, do you ever go to a fight and you don't have your knife or whatever?
Yeah, don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
You
are at an immediate disadvantage.
You got to know what you're going to be going after, what you look at, do your research. And I know we're off point, but
being forced to buy the ask
right
is a tangible, objective disadvantage. You have to make up that difference, whatever the spread is, just to start making money. For whatever reason, like I said, the gambling gods know when you press the button, so you click. This has happened to me 10,000 times. This is so miserable. It's like the self-hatred is so real. You click buy in the ask, and you're like, okay, this thing's just. I mean, it's soaring, like right, it's to the moon. Then you get a pullback candle, right? Well, now you don't know why you're in it, so you don't even know what the move's supposed to be.
Exactly.
You don't know you don't know what the strength of it is. Is this did they just cure COVID? Is it just lucky penny stock of the day bingo? Is it a sympathy play from a real company? If you don't know what any of this means, you really shouldn't be chasing stocks because if all of this sounds foreign and you're like sympathy plays and bingo, you definitely shouldn't be chasing stocks because you don't even know where to derive the information from to put a plan together.
And if you don't have the cash in order to have the wherewithal to get through it, you're sitting there sweating. Oh my gosh, I'm losing all my money and it's supposed to go to tuition or car payment or whatever. Don't do that.
Yep.
Don't be here doing that if you don't have the ability to actually get through it.
So you click buy. You start at a disadvantage because you had to pay the seller's price.
Right.
Then you get 2 pullback candles. Now, are those 2 just profit-taking retreat candles that help everybody consolidate so they can go up for another leg?
Yep.
Or is that the end?
Right.
Now you have no clue. And now here's the thing. The anxiety and the panic in your body is all you can focus on. Now your whole life is focused on this one stock and, oh no, what do I do? And if you're trading under the PDT rule, if you have less than $25,000 in your account, now guess what? Now you've just taken a third of your, let's just say it's a Monday and you have all 3 of your trades left.
Yep.
Now you have to make a decision. And this is where the scary part comes in.
Agree.
Now you have to decide, you have to talk yourself into irrational decision making over a stock you know nothing about.
You've got to have a game plan.
Be in,
yes.
caught in the middle, and if you hit sell, that's one round trip. That's one of your 3 trades.
We got to talk about that whole thing.
That's a whole, yeah, that's another topic. But I'm just saying, the people that are watching this right now that understand what the PDT rule, if you don't know what the PDT rule is, then you just have money. That's cool. Good for you. But 90% of traders are under this PDT rule.
Right.
So now you have to talk yourself in, well, it ran for some reason. It ran, something made it move. I could hold this overnight so it doesn't count against my day trade. Then I'll go find another one.
Death.
And then I'll just make up for it tomorrow. I'll
Death
make up
to
for it
the
later.
amateur.
Right? Because nobody sits down at their desk wanting to day trade.
Right.
For 3 trades. If you screw up your first 2, your third one's going to be a disaster. I'm telling you right now, it is rule number 1. Do not, under any circumstances, chase. I would rather, it took me thousands of dollars to learn this. I would rather pace around my house, mumbling under my breath, because I missed out on a runner.
Which you do a lot.
Which I do a lot. Than buy something I shouldn't have, turn a bad situation into an awful situation. And now I'm furious because I'm stuck not catching the runner and missing out on a couple thousand sucks.
Yep.
Actually losing a couple thousand, in some cases you can't recover from it.
Yeah, I know.
And you're never in a position where you can think clearly and rationally in order to get yourself in and out of that situation with confidence. And if you don't have confidence or know why you have it, you shouldn't be in it. Now, everybody who listened is going to go, that makes perfect sense. I completely understand. I did that last week. I was so frustrated. And then tonight, you're going to see something, Elon Musk is going to tweet Dogecoin. And you're going to log into Robinhood, and you're like, well, there's no trading hours for Doge. That doesn't matter. And you're going to fire away. You're not going to know. You know what Dogecoin is, but cryptos are cool. And then you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and it's going to be down 30%, and you're going to be mad at yourself. I guarantee it.
Hey, what's that old saying? Hey, you have a plan until you get punched in the face.
Everybody's got a plan until you get hit.
You got to have a plan.
Yep.
But the thing is if you get in, you don't know why you're in, and you're trying to chase, or you're stuck in a bad position, or you just get punched in the face.
Yep.
Then if you don't have your plan solid, you're in trouble.
Yep.
But don't chase, man.
Nope.
Don't chase.
And we'll talk about these frequently. This is rule number 1. It's the most important rule by far. If you're going to chase, I feel like a parent teaching their kids about safe sex. If you're gonna do it, wear protection and put in a smaller starting size than you normally would. Okay? So if you get that itch and it's
or
running,
get your stop loss in there too, right?
Put a stop loss in there.
That's
Don't
your
be
protection.
afraid to sell.
Your pullback.
But your pullback game has to be on point. But don't go barreling in with 5,000 shares when you're only really in a position to put in 200 shares because you feel like you missed out.
Exactly.
Just don't. Take a paper cut, move on, forget that it ever happened. Don't kick your dog when you're mad and everything will be fine. Hit subscribe, hit like. It helps. We're new. I'm begging, but just do it. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.